A year ago, I made a video about my backyard, so I wanted to update you, but I highly recommend you check out the original video that was published in March 2023 so that you can see the before. And in this video, it's obviously after. It's May 2024 now. This is how I began the video, just quickly showing you the pillars, right? My olive tree has grown tremendously, really excited about that. What I did at the dirt level, I just put in some wild peanuts. Everything's getting a little fried right now. I gotta water it too, but you can see how these wild peanuts, it's kind of cool because they just come straight off of that dirt area and keep growing downward. Cool about the wild peanuts as well is that they've got these yellow flowers. So these yellow flowers look really nice with that blue vase. And you can eat them too, so it's all fun. Looking this way as well, I've planted all of these lemongrasses all the way down, trying to give a hedge without it being, one of these total privacy hedges. It's just because those are pain to constantly have to trim back and cut. And over here, it's just fun to see the lemongrass blow and move around with the wind. You can see it kind of going right now. That kind of movement makes, at least my backyard feel like it's alive. And it's cool to watch and chill. And it gives a nice noise to it, too. You'll hear the leaves ruffling around. I found this red chair, which looks awesome. Obviously, there's red and there's blue right over there. Looks really good. Ignore these chairs. These were here in last year's video. I had them on over here, and we'll get into that later. But I'm not 100% certain what I'm doing specifically with these chairs right now. Again, the rosemary has just come in over here. I kind of kept killing it by accident with the chair and whatever, but you can see the rosemary has just boomed everywhere. It's pretty impressive. I like what the rosemary does because these trees are so small, and being that they're so small, you just see that their whole stem system is just so brown and it looks kind of dead. I needed to water the trees a little bit more, but the rosemary kind of like add some life back to this particular area in the meantime as we wait for these trees to kind of grow on in a little bit further. So again, what I did over here with the lemongrass as well, I added some pine bark. I think they're like the mini kind, right? Just along this entire area, kind of giving it a nice little edge to it. And I did the same thing as well with each one of these trees to help hold in some water. I wasn't doing that initially when I first installed them, so I think that definitely helped with the moisture. Then, of course, with this sidewalk, my other thought was, okay, this is obviously a path, but it's not totally a path at the same time. It's like you can kind of walk into the grass wherever. And so what I did was I just kind of threw some pine bark along the side and created some openings in certain areas where this is obviously the place to walk through, and over here as well it's open as well, but it's not down there. Just trying to give it some detail that might be interesting to look at. I might add some more to that particular area, but I have it kind of protruding from the grass onto the sidewalk itself to give it the sidewalk at least a much more natural path kind of feel. And then the other thing was that I kind of highlighted along the route with some spider plants, just to give some diversity and height to this grassy area. It's a little hard to see right now because of the lighting. But the other thing that I'm interested in doing, haven't done it yet, but I think the additional next phase would be like having some solar lights to light up this path at night would be really cool. And that'll help, again, give some height to this particular path. And again, that's on the to-do list later when I feel like it. So these hedges took about a year to grow on in, and boy, they look great. They're really the right height. I mean, a lot of people will have them so much shorter, and I'm like, that just doesn't look good. Let's get it going and have that nature kind of aspect over there covering up the big wall. So back to the action, the little garden that I have of fruits, vegetables, whatever. I mean, my blueberry is still alive, so that's cool, but I haven't had any blueberries with it. The pineapples, I added some pineapples on over here. It looks like they're okay. They need a lot of water. This whole backyard needs a lot more water than what I'm doing so far. But what I liked about the pineapples in particular was that they're similar in shape to these spider plants, as well as the lemongrass. So I have a fig tree, some basil keeps popping up every now and then, and got a Thai basil and some strawberries, and my stevia. If you don't have a stevia plant, definitely recommend getting some of that because it's delicious. But I've also now introduced a vine. I'm curious to see what this looks like as it keeps on growing. It's hard to see, but it's right there. And so it's gonna have, I think it's gonna have some like flowers that are orange or so. So that'll be interesting to see if that looks good. Again, just kind of getting rid of this black fence. It's so extreme, you know, in a place that's supposed to be kind of a backyard filled with nature, right? And you can see it looks nice. Those lemongrass plants are really doing a good job kind of blocking the fence. Obviously, they have a lot more height to grow to them. So they'll go all the way to the very top, and hopefully they'll fill on the sides. I only planted 2 plants there, and I just spread it out. So it's grown in nicely. My little guy over here, my aloe plant, is doing okay. It's not dead yet. So backing it on up over here, I talked in the previous video as well about like what I wanted to do with the a table, doing a table out here. We happened to find a table in the neighborhood, so I just got that for free, and I said, you know what, that's a great place for it. And so it's nice to be able to kind of eat out here, have some fans too. So it's really cool and enjoyable to eat out here, as opposed to previously we were using just those 2 chairs, which was fun too. But, you know, a lot more people can just chill on out here and have a good time eating and enjoying the, you know, breakfast or dinner or whatever. Or you can even work on out here on this table. So it's really fun. We didn't throw it on out there because it does get hot and there's no place for an umbrella or anything like that. So you kind of just enjoy the shade for what you have over here as opposed to the grass. One of the other aspects that we tried in the last year was stones in the grass. You know, I've seen some pictures. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, but I wasn't able to replicate it, and I just plucked them out. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to be doing with this patch. Do you have any recommendations? Leave them in the comment section below if you do. Definitely curious to hear your insight on that. But yeah, it's really coming together, especially this side. This side has really grown on in. I'm surprised that I haven't totally killed any of these trees, but you know, you just got to keep watering and watering and watering. That's the one downside about doing any of this, is the water bill has increased a little bit, but it's getting there, and it's definitely been a fun project along the way. So on to year number 2 in 2025. So subscribe for that. All right. Thanks. Bye.